Hey, what's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday, April 2nd. I didn't want to put videos out yesterday because April Fool's. I moved my camera over, so I'm trying to make sure I look up there, but I've got stuff I want to refer to. The National Association of Voice Actors survey was published a week or so ago, and I just had time today to look through some of the graphs and stuff. And a couple things that were somewhat surprising to me. And I'm going to get into them here in a second, and I apologize for ruffling the papers. But I wanted to see, and I bet I didn't print the one I meant to print. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I was pretty sure I did. Anyway, it was the one about the average number of auditions, because we're told, and we hear a lot, that it's a numbers game, and, there used to be someone who taught. Do all of them you can do, at least 50 or so a day. And I'm like, holy Christ, that's a lot of auditions. But I kind of get it. But I think the highest number per day was around, for the average, where the percentage of people, I can never get this correct. Let's just say this. Most people were doing 6 to 8 or 6 or less. And I just went, really? You sure? Because, a lot of people fill this out, over 1,400. And maybe it's because half of these people are part-time or so, and they only do 1 or 2 a day. Or it could be that you've gotten like I've gotten, and you're picky. I don't do everything. I do what fits. And a lot more than 8 or 10 hit my box a day, or on online casting, either or. And I just don't do that many. But let's get to the meat and taters, as we say. Meat and potatoes. This one was direct marketing. Probably can't see it real good. Yeah, you can see it pretty good. And I made a note on there that says 80%. And really, if you combine what is on here, about 80% of voice actors probably or more are doing either none or so little it doesn't matter. I got to think about this one, because it says, how often do you do direct marketing? Often. I do a lot, 20%. Sometimes 32%. Almost never 26, and I don't 22. So that pretty well tells me that not a lot of people are doing direct marketing, and if they are, they're not doing it very well. Explains a lot, doesn't it? When you hear our pros in the business who have developed really strong marketing programs that you have to do the work. It doesn't do it for you. You got to do it. And this tells me people aren't doing it. How many direct marketing emails or touches do you send in a day? There were 2 people on here who said 500. They are not individually emailing 500 a day, I promise you. You can't. I don't think you can. The most popular answer was 100 and about 108, as I think is what the average was. But I don't know about this one either, because when I look at, is the percentage across the bottom? I think it is. I think that's the percentage. The majority, the highest percentage of people, like 20 plus, I guess, are doing about 26 reach outs a day. But the numbers range across there: 26, 10, 37, 11, 59, and 108. That tells you why. But hey, for that person doing 500, those 2 people doing 500 or more, I kind of get it. Casting sites that you're using: Voice123 is number 1, Voices.com number 2. They weren't too far apart. ACX was 3rd, Cast Voices was 4th, Bodalgo 5th, and let me comment, and this is just comment. Voice123, I haven't booked there much this year. Voices.com, I've booked quite a bit. two to three a month. ACX, never tried. Cast Voices, I'm on there. I have a free account. I don't think I've even done an audition there. Bodalgo, I tried it for a couple months, nothing. Backstage, I tried it for a year or 2 years. First year I did okay. I booked 1 or 2 clients that came back a few times, but waste of money. Casting Call Club, nope, don't even do it. Actors Access, nope. Casting Networks, I'm on. Fiverr, I do have an account. I do some UCG, VO Planet. I tried it 2 years, booked maybe 3 jobs. Upwork, still have an account. I think I got paid on there a couple weeks ago for a UCG, but over the past year, nothing. Mandy, no. Voice Realm, no. Voice Bunny, no. Find a Way, no. Craigslist, no. I booked 2 jobs this year on Voice Machine. It's fairly new, maybe. I don't know. And I see several people on there I know, but I booked 2 jobs on there and it didn't even make the cut. And I may not have thought to put it on there either. Anything else that we're missing, I'm not sure. How often do you use online casting for VO? Often, 38%. Sometimes 23%. Almost never 15%. So 38% is almost never and sometimes. Never is 24%. Often is 38%. So 38% use some kind of online casting site pretty often. That's probably about right. Oh, the biggie. Money, 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 money. All right, so I'm going to leave that up a second so you can see it and digest it just a little bit, because you can see how it's spread and how there's a lot of equality in some ways. I'm just going to start with I didn't earn any income in 2024, 8%. 0 to $1,000, 14%. 1,000 to 5,000, 15%. 5 to 10,000, 10%. 10 to 25, 11%. 25 to 50, 13%. 50 to 75,000, 8%. 75 to 100, 6%. 100 to 200, 9%. 200 to 500, 5%. 500,000 and up, 1%. I think I know that guy too. Anyway, that's a pretty big spread, and you can go see all this on the Nava website. Interesting stuff. What kind of voiceover do you do the most often? Commercials, number 1. Non-broadcast corporate narration explainers, number 2. Audiobooks, 3. E-learning, 4. Video games, 5. Then followed by animation, audio drama, dubbing, phone systems, promo, medical narration, political ads, podcast, documentary narration. Yeah, voice is going, isn't it? Live announcer, radio imaging, trailer, in-show narration, fan projects, I think that says, audio description, toys, looping, and then AI synthetic came in at 2%. A lot of interesting stuff in there, a lot of reality. So, new, trying to figure this out. There's an indicator, and let me go back to this income one more time. Let me see here who's getting rich. Your big percentages are in the 50,000 and under. 50,000 and under. That ought to tell you something. 50 to 75,000, 8%. 8% out of 1,400 plus people. 6%, 75 to 100. 9%, 100 to 200. And 9%, once you get up in there, seems to be the bigger, but the 50 to 75 is also highly popular. And I think the length of time people have been in the business has a lot to do with this, because they are, all that is relevant, because year 1, 2, 3, you don't know a whole lot sometimes. You're not, maybe not well trained, not able to book a lot of stuff yet. And then you start booking. And even part-time, I would like to tie the earnings into, of the people that earned 100,000 to 200,000, how many were full-time? Probably all of them. But I would be very curious, the 25 to 50,000 right in there. That's the one I think that one's going to be 50-50 maybe, or could, I don't know. I could be wrong. I think most people that are full-time, you would think, are making better. But if you add up that top 500 down to the 50,000 range, you got 8 and 6. That's 14. Add 9 more, 23. Add 5 more, 28. 1 more percent, 29. So 29%, but I think 40-something% said they were full-time. So that pretty well aligns that the 13% and 8% and the 11% at 10 to 25, you put those three together, that's probably where it starts falling off somewhere in there to part-time. 13, 11, and 10 will pretty well get a bunch of them. But, hey, if you go back and look, 8, 14 is 22, 37, 47. 47% made under 10 grand, so that may catch all your part-timers. I don't know. Hard to say, isn't it? Interesting, though, when you start meshing some things together. Very interesting. Don't put the cart ahead of the horse. Slow down, get your education, take your time, and you can get up there in that 5%, 9%, 6% where people are making really, really good six-figure incomes. Or you could be like me and just sit in that comfort zone, right under that big dollar one. I'm in that 6% range. It's not bad. I'm not complaining. But this is a tough business. Tough. And I wish you luck. If you love it, stay with it. But I wanted to give you some facts and figures from the world of the survey. Very grateful this gets done, and I do believe it's very truthful, and I think it's very accurate. And on we go. Have a good rest of your week. See ya.